Welcome to Community News with Gauri. This segment is brought to you by Visa Serve and Immigration and Nationality Law Group for all your legal needs. EDC Sidewalk Small Business Marketing Workshops are part of a joint private-public partnership between Sidewalk and EDCs to help educate, promote, and grow small businesses across the nation. This one, held on October 27th at the Sidewalk office, included a special address by Central Region Director John Golnick from the Massachusetts Office of Business Development. Here is a video report that includes a few glimpses from that evening.
Lots of freelance work by myself. My formal education is in writing, and I wanted to be able to bring that into what my passion was outside of my formal education, which was design. And so the world of web and SEO and branding is this kind of perfect mesh of all the things I like to do and I'm passionate about. A little bit, harkening back to what she said, what we love doing is helping businesses and brands tell stories online. That's what we say. We help people tell their stories online. Because no matter what size your business is, what industry you're in, people are drawn to that. They like to be a part of that. And so, from us, our website, we love that we're in this area. We are inspired by this area, both the beauty of it and the people and the surroundings and everything that goes on. And we're inspired by our clients. And so that people see that and they like that. They want to be a part of that. The same goes for, if the Journey, loves to talk about their place in Worcester and what that means to them, and they stay true to that. People are drawn to that. People like to be part of things. So that's one of the things we do, and that's kind of how we've separated ourselves a little bit. We like to be storytellers for people, and that can reach into your content, your social media, video, print. We like to kind of cover all the bases with clients. I love to just meet with people all the time. We're not charging hourly rates to meet with someone over coffee or a meal, because I like to reach out to other small businesses, having started one now and being a part of other people's small business journeys and nonprofit journeys, starting 501c3s. I've been able to be a part of kind of the ins and outs, not everything you would see as an outside company, because I've had personal relationships with these people as they do it. So we've been able to kind of bring that experience, be able to offer insight kind of throughout, even if it's outside of what our typical realm would be as a creative agency. And so I just love connecting. I love coming to stuff like this. I love meeting new people and seeing what ideas are here locally. It's the best.
So we worked with our web developer to create custom team pages, and it kind of changed the way things happened in our industry. I want to say we were naive because we really didn't know what we were doing. Sure enough, we ended up creating the industry standard. But in doing that, we ended up having the opportunity, I'm going to use the word steal. We ended up getting a lot of customers that were previously with large, well-known companies, and they had no clue of exactly how small we were when we were starting out. So it taught us a very good lesson. One was to always go with your gut. You know your brand, you know what you like, you know what you don't like. Number two, think about if you're going to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, what does that mean? What does that feel like to your customer? And be true to that in everything that you do. So whether it's I'm going to use an example of one of my sport clients. She is the first female-owned farm-to-table brewery in New England. Doing great, been working with her for 2.5 years. Her product is now on tap and will be on shelf this weekend. Been with her from I think I want to start a brewery to here we are now on shelf, which has been very exciting. Every step of the way in building her brand, we have stayed 100% true to who she is. Everything about sustainability, her environment, the way that she's running her business. The packaging is different. Different events, for example, they don't have the typical black tablecloth. It's canvas, burlap. Everything is consistent to reinforce their image and what they're doing in their community, and they're doing great. So I would recommend to each one of you that to think about your businesses, think about a way that you can be true to the brand, because to your customers, you are your business, you are the brand. You have to figure out what that image is, how you want it to be, and then go sell it. So being an entrepreneur is great. And if there's ever anything that I can help you with through SCORE, as I mentioned, we have offices in Westboro, Worcester, Devons, Fitchburg. Our chapter is fairly large. In addition, we also started the Worcester Regional SCORE chapter meetup group that's held. Our next one is November 16th. And it's always in this area held at Tatnick Booksellers in the event room. It's open to the public. We have speakers. It's educational from a workshop standpoint. Last month was on hot HR topics for small businesses, everything you need to know from hiring your first employee to, it was a very lively event. Our next speaker, November 16th, is Catherine Rose, and she is an author and national speaker on digital marketing. So feel free to join us, and if you have any questions, let me know.
Office or company, we're here to help you. And secondly, I'd really like to thank John for being here tonight. John serves as a key figure with the state administration for economic development. He is the Central Regional Director, as he had stated, and he's here as a supporter from the administration side, and he has a lot of things to offer, and he's going to share that with us in a few minutes. So with that, I don't really want to delay, but again, thank you for coming. And I think one of the questions that you have as a small business owner is, how do I market without spending a fortune? Because, you know, when you are a small business, funds are limited, or you're starting your own business, there are so many platforms out there. It's what's the best ones, what are the ones I can do on the fly on the cheap, and what are the ones where I don't need to be a technical expert or on the phone for 5 hours talking to somebody, pulling my hair out, to get the basic word out on, I have my services, these are the best options for the customers, and to really get the customers to where they need to be, and that's to you. So without further ado with that, I would like to bring John up and welcome him.
Office of Business Development. That falls within the Secretariat of Housing and Economic Development. That's run by Secretary Jay Ash, who's the former town manager of Chelsea. Our Mass Office of Business Development, the office itself, is run by NAMFAM, and they have broken the state into 6 regions, of which Central Massachusetts is one of the regions, and I'm the regional director of this region. 65 cities and towns. It spans from Dunstable on the New Hampshire border across to Winchendon, down to Sturbridge, bumps out at Warren a little bit, and then I go across to Blackstone. So it's a big area to cover. I've been to all the cities and towns, but I also recognize that probably not every city or town is going to be utilizing some of the programs that the Mass Office of Business Development has. Now I wear 2 hats. The first hat is I wear as we administer the tax incentive program for the state, called the Economic Development Incentive Program. And that's for more mature companies, so it may not be suitable for some of the smaller companies or companies that are starting up. And it basically offers, in exchange for job creation, it offers tax incentives up to 10% of your investment in a property or personal investment in machinery, things like that, that you can offset against your excise tax. Your state tax is $1 for $1, up to 50% of your tax liability each year for 5 years. The second hat that I wear, and I think it will be more appropriate for people here in this room, is I serve as a resource. I serve as an interface to people like yourselves and municipalities in the towns that I serve for questions that they have. I serve, I guess, as a quarterback, the best way to put it. Someone comes to me, Pam calls me, she says she has this company, it's interested in doing this, it needs some financing. I basically try to direct that company to the many resources that we have. We have over 30 partners. If you need financing, we'd send you to Mass Development. If there needs to be any type of infrastructure buildup, we would send you to Mass Works. Exporting issues, both importing and exporting, we have Mass Export. So that's what I do. And it's fun. I mean, I spend most
South Borough Emergency Response Team, so I go out and help the fire department. I don't rush into burning buildings or anything, but the emergency response volunteers basically they do rehab for firefighters if they come out of putting out fire and so on and so forth. And one thing that I'm helping them out with, which I want to put together a business that customizes drones for search and rescue or emergency operations. Is that something that is still possible in Massachusetts, or is that something we have to?
A lot of the clicks, because I play my little words with friends in my downtime. And those ads will come up down the bottom and I hit them by accident.
Yeah.
So you say in average the social media and all this, and I've heard it all except for a lot of times. So how many months would I have to be with you until I actually get a client? 3 months, 90 days, 2 years, ever?
Nrityotsav 2015 was a day spent in appreciating Indian classical dance forms and getting inspired not only by the beauty of classical dance but also by the intricacies of expression, costumes, props, as well as the stamina of those performing. Rasarang School of Performing Arts organized this festival to celebrate different forms of Indian classical dance throughout the day. This year's festival consisted of performances of eminent dancers from India and the USA. The festival began with an inaugural dance by Guru Sunanda Narayan, followed by Indian classical dance competitions, which was a new addition to the festival this year. Satriya, which has been recognized by India's Sangeet Natya Academy as a classical dance form recently in 2008, was one of the presentations this year. Guru Sujata Mahapatra and her group presented Odissi dance, which was another attraction. Finally, Don Quixote, a musical dance theatre production by Shijit Krishna and his group from the Sahartya Foundation of Chennai, which is a fusion of Bharatanatyam and contemporary dance form, pleased all the audiences. Natya Yoga Workshop was another edition this year where the audience learned about yoga and the virtues of dance. Here is a special report brought to you by the Foundation's TV and online media companies spreading inspiration through awareness.
So we'll do a little movement here and I'm going to cheat and use some of the bowls. Okay. So from here we will transition to the female stance, which is basically, you just move your feet a little bit closer. And it's like slightly in a V shape. More or less like an Aramandi in Bharatanatyam. It's very similar to that.
I'll give you water.
And for the female, we have our palms in Dvaja Hasta, we call it Dvaja, Patak, and it's in the front, it's projected in the front. Okay? So we'll transition from the male to the female. Ready? Na, dhani, down. Tatta, kita, kitata, ki, down. Tak, di, na, dhani, down. Tatta, kita, kitata, ki, down. Tak, di, na, dhani, down. Tatta, kita, kitata, ki, down. Okay, so you saw giri, now. The next one is called
About 1,000 people joined the Grand Dussehra celebrations at the New England Shirdi Sai Temple in Chelmsford. About 20 volunteers not only put together the program but also cooked the Mahaprasad for all the devotees. It was a true demonstration of bhakti, devotion, and dedication towards Sai Baba. The puja, followed by Palki procession and Maha-Aarti, were joined by senior citizens and the children alike. Emphasis was laid upon fundraising for the upcoming temple in Groton. For details of the fundraising efforts and to contribute, do visit their website www.nessp.org.
ओम राजाधिराजाय प्रसव्यः साहिने नमो वै सवनाय विद्महे समे कामान् रामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणवरदारो कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे श्रीनिवासाय धीमहि तन्नो सायिनाथ प्रचोदयात् ओम दत्तात्रेयाय विद्महे त्रिपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो दत्तः प्रचोदयात् श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ देवताय नमः चरणकमले वेदोक्त मंत्र पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि प्रदक्षिण नमस्कारम् ओम यानि काष्ठ पापानि जन्मांतर कृतानि च दानानि प्रणश्यन्ते प्रदक्षिणं पदेवते पापोहां पापकर्माणां पापास्त्वं पापसम्भवात् त्राहि मां कृपया देव शरणागतवत्सला अन्यदा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मा तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन अक्षर साईश्वरा श्री सद्गुरु साईनाथ देवताय नमः आत्मदक्षिणस्तानं समर्पयामि साष्टांगं प्रणम्य श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की
श्री राम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने।
सद्गुरु साईनाथ देवताय महात्मदर्शन नमस्कारानन्तरं साष्टांगं प्रणम्य पुरसाशिर सादृष्ट्या मनसा अवसादा कर्णाभ्यां कराभ्यां प्रणमोष्टांगमुच्यते साष्टांग नमस्कारानन्तरं पुनः पूजां कृत्वा सद्गुरु साईनाथ देवताय नमः समर्पयामि ओम अर्याभ्यन्तराय सर्वस्वमने राष्ट्रं ओम मंत्रहीनं भक्तिहीनं साईश्वर यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तुते अनिया ध्यान आवाहिता संपदिता सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की सर्वेषां श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ देवता अनुग्रह प्रसाद सिद्धिरस्तु तदास्तु। बोलो श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज। Now shortly we will be having Baba Palki within the temple. All the devotees please be seated.
Samadhi Day as well. We, as you know, as a non-profit organization, run this temple through help from everyone. What we have been doing so far, as you know, that we have been sending you flyers and email distributions. You know the progress of the temple that's going on. The construction has started, and we hope that by next year, Dussehra, at the same time, we will be opening our future temple. So imagine 1 year from now, we'll be opening our future temple. We have also thought about some of the other idols that we are going to also have in our future temple. Of course, Baba is our main deity. He is going to be in the main hall. That's going to be the only place where Baba is going to be. No other idols there. But it's a huge facility. It's going to be huge, about 40,000 square feet, 20,000 square feet on each floor. So we are thinking about putting other idols as well on the surrounding rooms. Not on the main hall, but on the surrounding rooms of Baba. And for that, today itself, we are starting with the sponsorship program. So if anybody wants to sponsor for the idols, for the future idols that are also going to be in that temple, you can please come forward, see us at the information desk, and we'll be able to help you out with that. As you know, there are other fundraising options as well. You can also come to our information desk. We can give you all the details possible. Divine Leaf, Divine Brick, Square Foot, all these are donation options as well. I'd like to also point you towards a television that's on the corner there. You can see the images flashing of the construction process of our future temple. It's a beautiful 28 acres land that is in the town of Groton. It's the next town from here. We are using only 14 acres of that. The land has never been used so far. So we've been blessed that we're going to use that for our Baba's temple. It's right next to a swamp area. So about 1/3 of it is going to be covered. There is going to be nobody there. and we're going to leave trees around, so you're going to have a serene atmosphere when you get there. It's also on a little mound, so when you drive up, you really feel like you're going into a temple. We've been blessed by Baba to have such a land and the ability for all of us to come together to be able to build this temple. So again, congratulations to everyone. Congratulations and thanks to our Baba for helping us with this. And any donations that you'd like to give, as I said. Everyone near the palki, please take your seats. Everyone near the palki, please take your seats. Please take your seats so everyone can watch it.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सदानिम्बवृक्षस्य मूलादिवासात् सुधाष्टाविनं तिक्तमप्यप्रियन्तं तरं कल्पवृक्षादिकं साधयन्तं नमामीश्वरं सद्गुरुं साईनाथं। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुः सखा त्वमेव विद्याधरं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। श्री सद्गुरो साईनाथ देवताय नमः। सकल पूजा परिपूर्णार्थे गंधाक्षत पुष्पैर्भ्यश्चान् नमस्करोमि। सर्वोपचारार्थे अक्षतान् समर्पयामि पुष्पै पूजयामि। श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम हिरण्यपात्रं श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय। श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय।
Procession. साईनाथ महाराज की, साईनाथ महाराज की, साईनाथ महाराज की, साई बाबा की, साई बाबा की। I can't hear you. साई बाबा की. There you go. साई बाबा की, साई बाबा की। Can I ask everyone to please join the Palki procession? Please don't stand in front of Baba. Go back, join the procession.
शिरडी वाले की फूलों से सजा पालकी, शिरडी वाले दुनिया में जो भी होता उसका ही जैसे फूलों से सज के चली चली रे चली चली रे चली रे साईनाथ की नगरिया चली रे అటు తాళాలు ఇటు మేళాలు అటు తాళాలు ఇటు మేళాలు ఆడే మతగణాలు పల్లకి ఉత్సవం చూసిన చాలు
साईं बाबा की जय, साईं बाबा की जय, साईं बाबा की जय. Jai Sai Ram. I request the palki to please come forward, and please give space here.
Hare Yes,
यष्मत्पादरजप्रभावमतुलं दाता विभक्ता क्षमा सद्भक्त्या शरणं कृताञ्जलिपुटा सम्प्रापितोऽस्मि प्रभो श्रीमत्साई परेशपादकमलान् ज्ञान्यच्छरण्यं मम सायिरोपधररागोत्तमं भक्तकामविबुधद्रुमं प्रभुं माययोपतचित्तशुद्धये चिन्तयाम्यहमर्निशं मुदा शरत्सुधाशुप्रतिमं प्रकाशं कृपातपत्रं तव सायिनाथ त्वदीयपादाब्जसमाश्रितानां स्वच्छायया तापमपाकरोतु उपासना
అయిపోయినాయి పూరీలు
नारद शारद सहित जम कुबेर दिग्पाल जाते कवि को विद कही कहे कहाते उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाय राजपद देना तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जन जाना तुम्हारे कीर्ति राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु सारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी चरना तुम रक्षक गाओ को डरना आपन तेज समारो असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा मीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई जो सतबार पाठ कर कोई झूठ बंदी महासुख होई जो या पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जनादर हृदय माडेरा की जनादर हृदय माडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरणा मंगल मूर्ति
मेरे सुख के दिनों में वो बड़े काम आते हैं, मेरे सुख के दिनों में वो बड़े काम आते हैं। जब कोई नहीं आता जब कोई नहीं आता मेरे बाबा आते हैं, मेरे सुख के मेरे सुख के मेरे सुख के मेरे सुख के दीनों के दाता है ये सबसे प्यार करे, दीनों के दाता है ये सबसे प्यार करे। अपने भक्तों के दुख वो पल में दूर करे, अपने भक्तों के दुख वो पल में दूर करे। सब भक्तों का कहना सब भक्तों का कहना।
Make sure cover these two guys, you know.
This wraps up another segment of Community News with Gauri, brought to you with the support of our sponsors, Sumiti Narayanan Realtors and Remodelers, Smita's Boutique, a full-service salon in Burlington, Kohinoor Collections, the finest sarees at great prices by Lata Rao, Bollywood Grill, your one-stop for all your Indian catering needs, the Art of Living Foundation, celebrating life and sharing through the happiness programs, New England Shirdi Sai Parivar of Chelmsford, Manisha Trivedi's Henna Cafe and Apna Punjab in Rehoboth, and Aadhar Shila, the Foundation Stone, a unique after-school learning program designed for homework help for elementary and middle school children located in Shrewsbury. Until next time, this is your favorite TV host signing off. Do log on to our website www.thefoundations.tv for community updates, articles by local talented community members, event tickets, and interesting event coverages and interviews with wonderful people.